Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I wanted to send greetings and blessings, and I wanted to pull out a few cards for the day. See what is the highest wisdom for us today. It is achievement. So today is about achieving what we've been waiting to achieve in many sense. So it is about success. It is about making success now, not to understand that you are not waiting for your success. See yourself already as a success, and you will achieve. There is nothing you cannot achieve. What are the things we need to understand is the destiny, is what is our destiny, where is the freedom, where is the joy, where is the abundance, where is all of those things that we want to stay aligned with. What we need to do is pathfinder. We need to find our way through the path of the earth. We have to tune into this guide that will help us to assist us in our daily life in order to make our daily life, to bring our daily life the proper change that we need to be affecting. And the general idea, the general message for us today is surrender. To let go. So it is an important day for that. We are between two eclipses, so there is not. We really do not want to rush anything during those times of eclipses. It's it's a time to reflect on the changes, but if you feel like called to do anything, of course, because there's going to be Chiron and Jupiter that are going to make a trine during this new moon, this solar eclipse that is coming, and so that it will assist in the final healing that needs to be healed in order to bring balance. For the heart always wants peace, but the mind wants excitement, so we have to find a balance between the two, and we have to balance this out. In many sense, lifetime on the earth is like going into an amusement park, and we're not yet before we come into this dimension. It is like looking at those big rides that are terrifying, where you see everybody screaming, and you say, well, I don't want to go in there. But then you spend time, and spirit say, well, this is the point of the whole creation, is to experience the whole park, is to experience that one. And so I said, well, no, it's too much. And so we go into those rides with like the tunnel of love and all those things. So we experience like fifth dimension. But eventually, we become say, well, if we're here, we may as well. And so we go on the ride and we experience this three-dimensional physical experience for a time, but the ride will eventually end, and we'll see that we are safely back in our home dimension. Because the ego always wants to take an advantage, to be right, but in essence the game is rigged for the soul and the spirit already have the light within the process, and as eventually the ego gets integrated, it is a matter of understanding this, the allegory of the cavern of Plato, that everybody lives here in a world of shadow with their projectionists, people that are directing the matrix, but they are not into the real reality. We have to reach higher into the light of the soul, the light of the spirit, the light of God, in order to find the truth, the soul. And then as we bring it back, we need to integrate that with an understanding that people are not ready to let go of their shadows, so to allow them to experience their life without being yourself being inside the matrix, to be able to observe it from a neutral standpoint, from a place of light. And because we need to differentiate between the small me and the real and the larger me, between the false me and the real me. There is the ego and the soul, to which is doing what. It's not always easy. We can understand the idea of individual and collective, but in a sense we want we want to connect to our higher self. We want to connect to our divine self eventually. Eventually, we're going to be coming into a time where there may be a revelation about all the civilization in the universe, and so we're going to be reconnecting to those galactic, eventually to the first contact. I've been preparing a book to prepare this, explain a lot of things in a way that is sensitive, so that we can prepare this coming together. It's like a family reunion. Mostly will be the inner Earth people, the Pleiadian, the Sirian, the Arcturian, the Orion, the Lyrian, the Pegasian, the Cassiopeian, the Andromedan. There'll be many civilizations that will be coming in contact with, and we need to understand first. We need to make peace among the earth. They don't want to create fear, and so we have to make peace among ourselves first, and then understand that there are people like us, but they come from enlightened societies, and so they do not want to be treated as gods or anything like that. Same thing with the archangels, the ascended master, the Christ, or the ascended masters. They are not here to be glorified into some kind of illusion, but they're here to reinforce your light, so you can bring this light of God, so this glory will return to that great Creator. For there is only one source that the glory has to return to the great light. For it is where all things come from, and will always return. In many sense, when we turn on to those higher forces, they come from a plane that is filled with light, and here we are filled with darkness. So it is not easy to understand the relationship to the one, but in a sense, we are all one. We are just one that are looking to become one, and when all the ones will have become one, then the big one will become the one. And so we're participating in this great evolution, in this great process of evolution. I hope this video was interesting for you. I wanted to say about paintings. I'm looking forward to shows like some of those paintings. Those are from 2005, 2006, 2007. They are interior. Of course, they have the color scheme and the idea maybe reminiscent of Henri Matisse, but there are many elements. And when you study ancient paintings, you look at them with a blue light, so you can see what's been restored or what's behind the layer. And once we'll look at this with a blue light, we'll see that at the beginning, this painting, the painter was here. There was a nude model on the chair here, and then there was a dog sleeping here, and the cats running after a mouse. And then eventually, those two people came in, and everybody disappeared. But the painting is nicely finished like that. I'm looking forward. I feel like I will soon be able to make exhibitions around the world. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to finish with a little song. It's a very bizarre song. It just came to my mind. Not a bizarre song, but it's a very old song, and it's based on a kind of sad story, but it's got a funny twist. It goes like this. In the cavern, in the canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner 49er and his daughter Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Light she was and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Drove she duckling to the water every morning just at 9, hit her foot against a splinter, fell into the falling brine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Rubbing lips against the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine, but alas I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine, but I kissed her little sister and forgot my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are gone and lost forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Well, I thank you very much. I thank you also if you like this video to like and share or comment. I heard it's really good for referencing, and I do not have much referencing in English in those videos. I have quite in French. It's the channel's going, but in any event, I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.